Yo, what's going on everybody? Just straight out of Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 37 of my Jim Lowry Road to the Show series here on MLB 15 The Show. So today we're back continuing on with our first season with the Toronto Blue Jays. We are 20-20 playing 500 baseball so far, about a quarter of the way through the season, and as you guys can see, we're in Philadelphia today, which means we're going to be having some plate appearances as we are playing in an NL ballpark. But 4-0 with a 2.10 ERA coming into today's ball game. It is a rainy afternoon here in Philadelphia, and Ben Revere leading things off for the Phillies, already down 2-0, and he strikes out swinging on the fastball to get the game started for Philadelphia. Now it's Michael Franco up 2-2 count. He goes down on the slider, strikeout number 2 for Big Jim. As here we go later in the inning, it's Darren Ruff, and Ruff goes down on the slider, so Lowry strikes out the side. A very effective start to the day. Now it is Dominic Brown up with a full count, and he goes down, so first 4 outs are by way of the K for Toronto so far. Lowry with 4 strikeouts through an inning and a third. Very effective stuff so far, displaying all kinds of out pitches. Now here we are at the dish facing Johnny Cueto, and we actually work a walk off of Johnny Cueto. Not really expected there. Probably was just going to strike out, but anyway, here comes Johnny Cueto. Now he's got a chance for some revenge, but instead he goes and he takes that changeup right down the middle of the plate. What is he doing? Who knows? Now we've got another plate appearance here, top 4, 1-2 count, and this time we're gonna go down, try to check our swing there, but it looked like it was called strike 3 anyway. Now it's bottom 4, back to the rubber for Big Jim, and he will strike out Darren Ruff on the slider. Another strikeout on the slider. Now it is Odubel Herrera up. He is going to get behind in the count, 0-1 on the changeup. Fastball up and in, a 4-strike 2, and then on 0-2 back to the changeup, drop it in there, and he goes down looking 7th K of the day for Big Jim through just 5 innings. Now it is bottom 6, Dustin McGowan up, and Dustin McGowan is going to get just the second hit by the Phillies all day, as they were really baffled by Jim's stuff all day long, but it took a pitcher, Dustin McGowan, to get the first hit, a man who came in relief for Johnny Cueto. Later in the inning, it's going to be J.P. Crawford. He goes down onto the changeup, 8th strikeout now for Big Jim, and it's bottom 7. Dominic Brown leading things off. Not Don Brown Jr., this is Don Brown Sr., and he goes down to the changeup, 9 Ks now. It is bottom 7, still 2 down with Rob Refschneider pinch hitting here. He gets behind in the count, 0-2, and I think you guys know what's coming next. Strike 3, this one on a changeup that just drops in at the top of the zone. Kind of surprising there. Skip ahead to the bottom of the 9th. Now it's Franco up, 1-2 count, and 11 strikeouts now for Big Jim. He's got a shutout working, 2 down in the 9th. Next batter is Don Brown. Actually, 2 batters later, after a double, it would be a base hit into right field. Here comes the runner. The shutout is in jeopardy. The throw home is in time, and they got him. So Nelson Cruz preserves the shutout there with some help from the relay man, and there it is, a complete game shutout of the Philadelphia Phillies. Toronto wins it 7-0. I think I allowed 7 hits in this shutout and had 11 strikeouts and no walks. Jim pitched very effectively all afternoon long in the crappy weather. It did not matter. He was dominant, and he gets the player of the game. Just dominant stuff here from Jim this afternoon. Sets a new season high for strikeouts with 11, and I think we've had at least more than that in our career. I think I remember one game where we had 12 in our career with the Orioles, but certainly with the Blue Jays, it's our new high, 11. And as you can see, just really dominating this Philadelphia lineup. And as you guys know, I think I've talked about it before, but you know, teams tend to not really evolve in MLB 15 The Show, in even a franchise or Road to the Show, or really anything. They tend to keep the same basic roster and not really make a lot of improvements to it. So you saw the Phillies with a pretty crappy roster. And it's kind of a defect of Road to the Show and franchises. The simulation building for other teams often isn't very sophisticated, but we're back home in the Rogers Center for this start against the Chicago White Sox, and you can see 5-0 with a 1.83 ERA, so it's just some video game-like numbers right now for Big Jim. Top 1 is Jacob Turner at the dish, and he's going to go down, excuse me, Justin Turner, not Jacob Turner, at the dish, and he goes down on the changeup, down and away. Now it's Colby Rasmus leading off things in the second 2-2 count. He goes down on the fastball, so a pair of Ks here through the first inning and a third for Toronto. Now it is Wilmer Flores, and Flores is going to ground this one up the middle for a base hit, so that's going to put 2 men on with 2 men down here for Chicago. A bit of a run-scoring opportunity For the White Sox, it'll be Brandon Moss up next, 2-2 count. He goes down to the changeup off the plate outside of the zone, and Lowry is out of the jam, still scoreless here into the top of the third. It's actually 1-0 Toronto, and Turner goes down this time on the high fastball, so he becomes the 4th strikeout victim of the day. Now it is top 4 Colby Rasmus at the dish, leading things off. He struck out last time. This time he takes a hanging breaking ball to deep right center field, and gone. A no-doubt home run, an absolute bomb, upwards of 380 or so feet, and that ties things up. We are knotted back up at 1 as Colby Rasmus' solo shot ties it up once again. So now it is Micah Johnson up 0-1 count, and Johnson is going to hit one high and deep to right center field. This one is back towards the gap. It'll one hop up off the top of the wall, played by the center fielder, but Johnson's on his horse heading for third, and he is safe. So it will be a 1-out triple here, a great run scoring opportunity for Chicago. Wilmer Flores up next, 0-2 count. Flores, base hit. It's going to go off of the second baseman's glove. Travis could not stab that one. Everyone will be safe, and the run comes home and scores, so it will be a 2-1 game, Chicago. Now later in the inning with 2 men on and still just 1 man out, that ball goes under the glove of Devin Travis at second. A horrible play on his part. It would not go as an error, but still, you got to make that play there. Instead, a run's going to come home and score. Now it's a 3-1 ball game. Chicago on top, still with a good run scoring opportunity here. 2 men on, runner going, throw down in time, and they got him. A huge out number 2 there. A costly mistake from the Chicago White Sox base runner. Now it is later in the inning, 2 down, full count, ground ball to the second baseman. This time Travis is true, and he makes the play, throw to first in time. But 3 runs now are across for Chicago. It's a 3-1 ball game. Colby Rasmus up. He goes down in the cut fastball there to end things off in the 5th, but still the White Sox have the lead. Now it's top 6. Avisail Garcia up at the dish. He's going to ground one back off the pitcher. Lowry bounces high, and Lowry will not be able to make the play in time. So he would be a little bit shaken up on the play, nothing too major, but unfortunately for him, because of the way he's pitched so far this afternoon, it would be the final straw as he will be pulled out, probably partially for precautionary reasons and partially just because 8 hits in 5 innings really not that good, and Chris Sale picks up the win. He ends up out-pitching Jim Lowry in the ace-off, and the White Sox get the 3-1 victory. It's our first loss in a Toronto Blue Jays uniform. We had a perfect win-loss record up to that point. Now we've got game 3 of the episode, the final game of the episode, taking on the Texas Rangers here from Globe Life Park in Arlington. Take a look at your starting lineups. You can see Donaldson back in there at third today, Bautista in left. That is the lineup I like to see. And we're going up against Chichi Gonzalez, one of the top young pitching prospects in the Rangers organization. So first inning here, that's a ground ball from Leonis Martin, excuse me, off of the leg of Lowry. Bounces into no man's land, and everybody's going to be safe. And now with 1 down in the inning, it's Joey Gallo up. Gallo goes the other way with this high and deep to left field, and it's going to go up off the wall there. It looks like a one hopped up off the wall, and with speed on the base pass, the run will come around and score. So it's going to be second and third now with 1 out for Jerkson. Profar 0-2 count. Profar goes down, strike 3, swinging a huge out number 2 there, a big strikeout for Big Jim, rocking the extra high stirrups. Now it's Ryan Rua up later in the inning, bases loaded, and he goes down in the fastball. So a pair of Ks gets Lowry out of the inning, but it takes 26 pitches to do so. Now we are into the bottom of the second. Delano DeShields Jr. up at the dish, the former Rule 5 draft pick. He goes down to the changeup, 3rd strikeout of the day. Now it's Leonis Martin with the man on and 2 men down. This one's popped up, and watch, Lowry actually comes in and snags that one unintentionally. Should have just let DeAndre Navarro get that, but either way, we got the out. That's what matters. Now it's Prince Fielder up, 2-2 count. Fielder goes down in the fastball, 98 on the gas. Couldn't quite catch up to that one. 4 Ks for Lowry. He seems to be settling in now. It's still the bottom of the 3rd. Profar up, and Profar goes down for the 2nd time today. 5 Ks now for Big Jim. It's the Shield up with a man down. He becomes the 6th strikeout victim of the day. Lowry really starting to cruise now. Travis Demerit up next, and he goes down, 3rd out of the inning. 7 Ks through 4 innings so far for Big Jim. Now it is Martin up with 1 down in the 5th, and he's going to rip one to deep right field. This ball is back at the track, at the wall, and gone. Leonis Martin with a solo home run, and he makes it a 2-0 ball game here. Texas extends their lead on the solo shot. Now it's Prince up again, first pitch of the AB, bottom 5, 1 man down. That's ripped opposite field here, but Josh Donaldson with a great play in the shift, playing really where a shortstop would be playing, but he makes a great play in the hole. and ends up getting the out at first. So nice play by Josh Donaldson. Like I said, I like it when he plays third base. He provides great defensive value. Gallo goes down. 8 Ks now for Big Jim. We're on to the bottom of the 6th. It's Profar up. He's K'd twice today. Is it going to be 3? Yes, it is. This time with a fastball. 9 strikeouts. Here comes a Robinson Chirinos, the starting catcher for Texas. He goes down. 10 strikeouts now, as Lowry's gotten the first 2 to go down by way of decay here in the 6th. It's Ryan Rua up next. He's going to actually swing at a first pitch cutter off the plate for strike 1. Foul off strike 2, and then strike 3 swinging on the slider. 11 strikeouts, matching the season high. But unfortunately for Jim, his day would be done after just 6 innings. Only gives up 2 runs, but he picks up another loss. The run support was not there today. 11 strikeouts and only 1 walk. So, in my opinion, another really good performance from Big Jim. So I decided to spend my stubs on some training points here, just because when these yellow things pop up and my attributes are about to start decreasing, I don't like to play around with that. So I usually just use the training or the what do they call it, the stubs, to get the points to fix all my attributes. So anyway, that was about the worst way I could have described that. Either way, and you can see I'm also still working on my cutter. I want to get that up to the level of my other pitches so that I can really start to dominate with it. But anyway, that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching. It was Mount. Peace.